Good evening. I am Edward M. Toure, Sierra Leone's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland. As we approach this festive season, may I humbly take this opportunity once again to wish you the best of the season and a prosperous and healthy new year, especially following the elimination of the forgiving Ebola virus that ravaged our country and our neighbors. May I also take this opportunity to thank all the various governments and agencies who rallied around us in the battle against Ebola. On behalf of the government and the entire people of Sierra Leone, I say happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you.
Say Merry Christmas.
And welcome to another episode of the WANPOT show. As always, I am your host, Nabare. On today's episode of WANPOT, we are here in the very busy streets of Peckham Rye Lane here in South East London. I'll be speaking to various Sierra Leoneans, looking at their businesses and their views and opinions on Sierra Leone. Let's take a look at today's episode. Hello viewers at home, you're still with us at the WANPOT show. We are in Peckham Rye Lane visiting various Sierra Leoneans and their businesses. Today I'm joined by
Mohammed Ali Kuruma.
Mohammed, what's our day today?
Today number 7 Shimot Road, Peckham.
And what's you want to do now, number 7 Shimot Road, na Peckham?
Virtually this one a restaurant, we're in a Marampakwea restaurant where we sell some African stuff, African food, and we sell rice, potato leaf, cassava leaf, home food, palm oil, granite, peanut butter, ogiri, cream, cassava leaf, tula, and all sorts of things. We sell them from back home. We import.
Wow! So basically, everything what you didn't name right now, you name it, you guys have it, yeah? So now food's sweet. Very
sweet indeed. This is one of the best restaurants in Peckham on Southeast as a whole.
I go definitely say, yeah, the food very sweet. I don't eat here like 3:10 before, and I go definitely agree with Dande. Thank you so much, Mohammed, for joining us today at the WANPOT. Thanks. We're still here at the WANPOT show, and today we are joined by Lollipop, and we are in his shop. Can you introduce yourself to the viewers, please?
I'm a fashion artist and a producer and an urban designer.
And how long have you been doing this, Lollipop?
Close to about a decade now anyway.
Okay, that's great. And what kind of clothes can customers find when they come into your shop?
Yeah, I do trade in urban wears, casual wears, smart wears, occasional wears, and African wears, etc., etc.
Okay, that's great. Do you have a message that you'd want to tell our viewers at home and Sierra Leone community in general?
Well, it's still better in here in Peckham and as a whole in the United Kingdom, do you know what I mean? So it's like, we still feel fine, we still feel good, we still think about everybody home and abroad, do you know what I mean? And it's a Merry Christmas to all the fans out there, Merry Christmas to all my people that come to support the business, come to support Peckham, come to trade in United Kingdom, do you know what I mean? So we're still kicking it and kicking it live, kicking it direct, do you know what I mean? We're still happy, So still telling all the fans back home, to stay blessed, stay good, stay focused, do you know what I mean? We're trying. One day we must take our business to our native land, Sierra Leone, you know what I mean, so that other people can get benefits, other people can get connected, so other people can get more in touch with exactly what we do, what we produce, what we've been doing from time to time, you know what I mean. It's a pleasure actually talking to Ben TV, you know what I mean, in one of my local stores here in Peckham, you know what I mean. Merry Christmas to the crew, Merry Christmas to Ben, Merry Christmas to all the fans, you know, Merry Christmas to Sierra Leone, you know. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for that, Lollipop. And one last thing, how are customers and viewers, shall I say, at home, how will they be able to contact you?
On my webpage, www.lollipopculture.com, on my Instagram, my Facebook page, my Twitter, all same address.
Okay, thank you.
I tell you, thank you for coming inside this shop. This shop, and my sister in shop, Betty. Yes, and a very nice woman. I will tell Papa God thank you for everything where God they do now all life and Betty back in your own life. Yes, and a very nice woman back. They encourage anybody where you can in shop. You are welcome. This shop then call on Kuto Road. Yes, and the best shop this the African food. Best African food if you want to get an African Betty in shop. Yes, now very nice woman. Everybody welcome where you can in shop. They give you nice price, talk to you fine, welcome in shop. So can they talk about this shop? Anybody where want come, just come ask for Betty. Say you want to see Betty, and we'll tell all the customers then thank you where they come for help me sister Betty. And we wish them all happy Christmas and happy New Year back in advance.
Well, the good news is I wish the one day where they go salon Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I dey pray for them may they return back home safe, and for who back home they left here, at least Lord we able to spend the Christmas wisely, and Lord we able to see the New Year where they come, and all man putting it down.
Welcome to Auntie May's kitchen. As you can see, thank you for joining me today, and today we're going to be cooking WANPOT. For those of you that don't know what WANPOT is, it's a bit like jollof rice, but it's not exactly the same. So when we cook WANPOT, you can make it with oil or palm oil, but today I'm going to be using oil. So that brings me to the ingredient I'm going to be using. Of course, you need rice. I've got 3 cups of rice here washed, and oil. I've got half a cup of oil measured. Use a measurement to measure the cup. And then I've got some onion as well as spring onion. The reason why I love spring onion is it's got really nice flavor, and also the nutrients. It's got vitamin A and thiamide as well, so that's why I like to use spring onion as well. And I'm going to be using smoked chicken. The reason why smoked chicken is much more low in fat than the normal chicken because it's been smoked, and also it has a very nice flavor. So if you're cooking it with anything, the flavor still comes out. That's why I chose to use smoked chicken. And we've got the peeled tomato. You can see they're peeled. And I've got some sweet pepper. Sweet pepper just gives it a flavor, so that's why I've got the sweet pepper. We're also going to need a jumbo cube. It's like a flavor enhancer. There are different companies that produces it, but I love the jumbo one because it tastes quite good with food. And this is the chicken flavor. You have different flavors. You have prawn, but I'm using chicken flavor today, which will go nicely with the smoked chicken. And I've got some salt as well. I'm using 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm not going to use that much salt because the jumbo cube has salt, and also the smoked chicken it does have a salty taste to it, so I'm not going to put that much salt, but you can put it to your taste, so depending on how much salt you eat. But as we all know, salt is not too good for you, so I'm trying to keep it low. And of course, I've got my own hot sauce that I use. It's called Auntie May's hot sauce, and this is just a hot pepper sauce that I use it to cook, and even after cooking as well, I use it as a side sauce for anything like rice, chips, fried chicken, literally anything. So it's there, package, everything with the name. And last but not the least, I'm going to have some spinach at the side. The reason why, spinach is really good. It has a lot of iron, vitamin A, and it's quite nutritious. So because rice is very carbohydrate based, so I like to have a bit of either salad or spinach at the side to mix it, so I will have a bit of fiber and not just carbohydrate in my dish. So yeah, and for the rice, I'm going to use, this is 3.5 cups of boiling water that I'm going to use to cook. And I also have some onions, some tomatoes, chopped fresh tomatoes, and I've also got some spices in here that I'm going to blend and add onto the dish. I've got mixed herbs there, so it's all blended, and I'm going to add that to the dish. So that's what we're going to use. So get your ingredient together and let's start cooking. Remove the chicken, and then since it's one pot, there's no specific order of putting things. So I'm just going to put the rice, the oil is already in there, the water, the onion, the sweet pepper, the jumbo cube, the tomato, and everything else, and we're just going to let that boil for like 20 minutes, but just make sure you're checking it and make sure the heat is not too high, because it needs to cook as good as possible without it being too soft or too hard. So the best way to do it is to make sure you keep it on medium to low heat, and then cover it and just let it boil. So now everything is in there, the rice, the oil, the onion, sweet peppers, everything is in there except for the chicken, which is going to go later. So now we're just going to leave everything to boil for about 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, and then come, and then we can put the chicken afterwards, which is what goes last. So the rice is cooking nicely, but before it finishes, we're going to put the final piece into the recipe, and that is the smoked chicken that I had previously fried. So that's just gonna go in there, which is going to give it that nice smoky taste.
Okay.
So the chicken is the last bit that you put inside, and you just put it, mix it up so the chicken can be even all around the food and the flavor can go inside. After that, you just cover it. If the rice isn't fully cooked yet, but yet you don't want to add water because then it makes it very soft. So something that you can do, you use a cling film or plastic, and then you just put that over. This creates some steam, which isn't too much, and it helps the rice to cook very beautifully. So just use the cling film. And put the heat on very low, and that just give that about 15 minutes to just cook. So cover it, give it some time, and make sure the heat is low so it doesn't burn. It will just use that low heat to generate some steam that will help the rice to cook. The rice is finished cooking, and you can see it's nicely cooked, just as I want it. It's not too soft, but still cooked properly. So the rice is done. What I'm going to do now is the final stage, and then we're done. We're ready to eat. To wash the spinach And then I'm going to put the spinach in some hot water just to get it a bit soft and not overcooked. The reason why I don't boil it, because when you boil it gets overcooked and then you lose the nutrients, so there's no point. So I'm just going to just put in hot water, then put it at the side of the dish. So that is it, and then would be ready to eat. So the spinach has been washed clean. So now to make sure there's no sand or any stones in it, because sometimes even when you buy it from the supermarket, it still does have some sand because of the way they manufacture them. So you still need to make sure it's washed properly. Now I'm just going to put some boiling water into the spinach. And that is it. So that's just going to be at the side of the dish, and that is it. It's as simple as that. So it's all done now. That's the one pot, cereal one pot there, and then the spinach and the smoked chicken at the side, and then also, because I love pepper, I have some of my Auntie May's hot sauce at the side of it. So you can put as much as you desire. I did put some in the rice when I was cooking, but wasn't that much, so just going to have it at the side so I can just mix it with the chicken and the spinach, and that is the dish done. Thank you for joining me today preparing delicious cereal in one pot. I've had so much fun. I hope you did as well. We're going to be doing more videos, so if you have any requests, then send us messages, comment on the video, and we'll try to get through everybody's messages eventually, but we're open to suggestions. My name is Miriam K and I'm representing Auntie May's Kitchen, so that's Miriam K aka Auntie May. Thank you. And also the sauce is available. If you want to order the sauce, then send us a message and we can get your details and get that to you. We have in different levels. This is the original, the normal. You can also get it very hot, medium, is up to you. So thank you, and I've had fun. Thank you, and I hope to see you again next time and join me in my kitchen.
The brand is called Kadiatu Couture. I say that it's for the women with cutting-edge confidence.
Hi, I'm Susan Toure. I'm Cardi's cousin. My job is to run Cardi's first boutique. Vivid Emporium is different from other boutiques in Sierra Leone because of our fabrics and the way we display our stuff in the boutique is different from other boutiques.
So Vivid Emporium is the boutique where you find things from all over. Well, I started going around Africa collecting pieces like jewelry. I go to Mali. I have a lot of Malians who come and bring things to me. I go to Ghana and look at African pieces and bring them, because I still want to keep that idea of the boutique. And I thought, oh, let me make a few kind of pieces that I like. Let me just put them. And I put them in. On the opening night, they sold out. And then after that, people would come to me and they're like, Kadi, I have this wedding or this party or this function to go to, and I need you to make me a dress. And I'm looking at them like, I can't make dresses. I'm not a designer. But I'll sit down and talk to them. I'm like, what do you like? Do you like shoulders, sleeveless, And I talk to them, and based on what they tell me that they like, do you like things fitted, do you like short, do you like long dresses? Based on all that, I'll make a dress. And suddenly, word went round that there's a new designer in town. And then suddenly, a fashion show came up and I was asked to be one of the designers. And I did, and I was all over the place. And you know, I closed the show and everyone was just like, oh my God, that's such a good collection. I was like, what are you guys talking about? And yeah, and that's how it all started. I became a designer.
So they can just come inside, come.
Sometimes Caddy comes out. She said, Mohammed, I have a great idea for a design. When I understand it, that's what I make. Later, when it's finished, what I bring to her is exactly what she had imagined.
The new collection is called Tamro. In the Tamro collection, you'll find some really stretchy, figure-hugging things, you know, that are very sexy but very feminine and very classy. You'll find some really over-the-top gowns with big shoulders, and you know, you'll find some kind of see-through. You know, I've played with some see-through fabrics, you know, that are also very feminine and very sexy and, you know, very kind of out there in a way. I mean, I don't have a specific thing that I work with. I just work with things that I like.
So this is a very good guy I work with in terms of getting fabrics. I tell him what I want sometimes, and if he doesn't have them, he'll look around for them, and if he sees anything, he'll give me a call and I come get them. 90% of the stuff I use is African prints. Knowing me, I like to expand a little bit beyond, you know, the African prints. I love them and I enjoy using them, of course. But there's sometimes I like to step out just a little bit and use different, you know, fabrics.
My clothes are not what you would call simple. They're things that are definitely ready to wear. But like the couture stuff that I do are very kind of vibrant and really edgy and really kind of out there. A lot of sexiness, you know, but my thing is confidence. You know, I want every woman, when you wear my clothes, to feel confidence. You know, I want you to walk into the room and command admiration. You know what I mean? Like that is what I think about when I create any piece. You know, it's confidence. I want you to walk in and everyone just goes, what the hell is she wearing? Good or bad? What is she wearing? The African fashion scene is definitely growing immensely. You know, within the last few years, it's just, we have designers from all different countries, and you know, I mean, it's huge, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it. And right now, you know, so many great and positive things are happening in Sierra Leone. We're going through a great transition, and I just feel so blessed and so proud to be a part of branding Sierra Leone.
The free, great is the love that I have. For me alone, for we home. Yes, alone are we own. We can only build this land if we all plan we lift it on
ages. Been in cages. I will need for do none for turn new pages. But woman don't die, we kill and cry. Bola don't come, but come still survive. No matter the wages, one rank ranges. We need to be united for God to black faces. With unity, freedom, and justice, I pledge my love for SL in peace.
So the hills and valleys echo our cry. Bless and peace be ever thine own. We lack we salon.
Salon independent, and we for try for make this land. Salon independent, and we for try for make this land. It no matter who side you dey, oh my man, how far you dey, hey mama, how near you dey. and we for try for make we learn.
Only me na money, me na maswa. Only ni. Some of you thinking I'm not run and go. I'm not showing you and go. I promise you, mama, no go leave you alone. No matter far away I go, they always come back and feel me so. Because it's a place like home.
Make you de Las Palmas, now for Camba, go even Bahamas, now for Camba. Gold dey plenty, diamond plenty, bauxite, iron ore, look and backpack. And we for Mega Reef from Casada, and we for Fenam hard like Okada, and we for plant rest, and we for plant corn, and we for Shapuya Bank corruption, and we for Ace with flag as a nation. Not a Queen or Obama get for make ya, now me and you get for Tina Pe make ya. Sierra Leone ya, now we own ya.
Salon independent, and we for try for this land. Salon independent, and we for try for this land. It no matter who side you dey.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the WANPOT show. It's definitely been informative and interesting. We have been here in the streets of Peckham talking to various Sierra Leoneans on the streets and also looking at Sierra Leonean businesses. They have given us some insight into their businesses, their views on Sierra Leone, and wished all our viewers at home a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So from myself, Nabare, and the whole of the WANPOT team, we would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year. See you again next year.